Okay, so today we are first going to jump into skill set. One thing I often hear from my clients is that they don't know what to offer and they don't feel like they have the skills to be a virtual assistant. And I'm here to tell you that yes, you do have the skills to make this happen. Now, this does point to a very important factor in our business, our mindset. Most likely you are here because you are looking for more freedom in your life. You want more than you currently have. However, oftentimes we have these dreams, but we don't believe we can do it, so we set them aside. We make up excuses, right? Now, what can we do to kind of overcome those excuses, those hurdles? Because the mindset is huge, we don't believe we are good enough or we don't have enough to offer. And you really need to check those thoughts right now because that's going to make a huge difference as we progress through this course. You are going to be an expert in your business, and you need to really believe that you have the ability to do that. But you need to realize that everyone was a beginner when they first started. We all had to start somewhere. The only way to grow is to start. So recognize those self-doubt thoughts and realize that you are made for more. It is your duty to share what you are capable of. Let your light shine, my dear. Don't let a voice that isn't true hold you back. You can truly do this. Okay, so now that we know we can do it, let's jump into skills. And when in your portal here, you're going to have access to a worksheet. And I'm just going to walk you through a little bit about that worksheet. So in the back office or in the portal, you're going to have a copy of it. So go ahead, make a copy yourself or print it out, whatever you'd like to do so that you can work through it alongside me. If you need to hit pause real quick, that's completely fine. We are all individuals. And the areas of life and business we serve as virtual assistants and online business managers are as diverse as the stars. I often get asked, what does a VA do? Or who does a VA serve? And the list is so long that it's really actually difficult to answer that because I don't want to put VAs in a box that they don't belong in, right? And I don't want you to feel that you have to fit into a cookie cutter mold in order to launch your business because you don't. The first thing you want to do when considering launching your own virtual assistant or online business manager business is to consider what skills you thrive at, but also what do you enjoy. So the first thing you want to do when considering launching your own virtual assistant or online business manager business is to consider what skills you thrive at, but also what do you enjoy. The best way to do this is to write down your current and prior roles, and you'll see some spots there for that you most enjoyed. Okay, and then break down each of these roles and write down the specific areas you did well in, as well as the areas you truly enjoyed. And I know I say this all the time, but we're not business owners to sit here and be stressed out or to not enjoy our work. We start our own VA businesses because we love what we do. We want to wake up and look forward to going to our home office, right? You need to make sure that you set the foundations up properly so that you truly enjoy this business. So let's go ahead and we'll work through an example together. I'm going to go ahead and use an example of a server at a restaurant. So if you've worked within an office environment, this exercise is going to be a lot more straightforward for you. So I want to use a little bit more of a unique example. Now, if you struggle with this, go ahead and reach out to me. Let me know a little bit more about your background, and I can definitely help you walk through this. I help all my clients make sure that they really start off on the right foot. Now, if you were a server, let's say you did really well at engaging with your customers and making them happy. All your customers always gave you great tips, and you had customers requesting to sit in your section, or maybe people just showed up to that restaurant because they liked you, they knew you. You had that know, like, trust situation with a customer for a business that's not even yours. You really loved laughing with them and getting to know them and their families. Okay, so let's look at that situation. And I think we've all had, whether it's a cashier or it's a waitress, like we've all engaged with someone like that at some time in our life, most likely. So first, we're going to think about all the skills that were required for us to be successful within our former roles. So the server role, servers in this situation, so we're, this ideal server who had all these returning customers, they are very organized. They have great communication skills. They're personable, they're taking initiative, They're able to remember a lot of information at once, and they have a strong team ethic. They're coping well with pressure because, I mean, in that industry, you have to be on top of it, right? Like, you have to get people's orders right. You want to be refilling their drinks or offering them another drink, whatever it is. And they understand how to be professional. Now, once you work through your list of skills or tasks, I want you to consider how you can utilize this to serve someone who is running their own small business. So let's use if we look at how a server knows how to be professional, let's look at that professional skill as an example. If you understand how to be professional, especially dealing with conflict or an unhappy customer, this is an excellent skill that a CEO is going to look for in their executive assistant role. They need someone who understands that no matter the situation, professionalism is always key. They need to be able to trust that you will always be respectful to their clients or anyone that comes in contact with their team, right? So if you get stuck as you work through this list of tasks, figuring out how you can serve your clients, Google is your friend. For example, let's say you don't know how having a strong team ethic will be useful for a client. Do a simple Google search asking, why is it important for a virtual assistant to have a team player mentality? I promise you're going to get lots of results and lots of ideas on how this serves your client well. And make sure you take note of all this. So, have a Google Doc that you're kind of putting all this in so that when you are presenting your offer to a potential client, you know how to share the value that you provide. Now for the fun part. This part is going to be where we open our eyes to possibilities. So it's a little bit further down the worksheet. And let's consider who this will serve. So let's go back to that very organized skill set of our server, okay? Now, this is going to serve our clients by providing more structure to their business and allowing them to follow up and provide the best client service possible. So who would this serve best? Perhaps it's a type B business coach. There's tons of online business coaches. Majority of the people I work with and train to become a VA end up working with some kind of online entrepreneur. And a lot of these entrepreneurs are business coaches. And if you look at a type B business coach, someone who has more clients than they can handle, they have a great personality, and maybe it's an artist who can't manage their schedule or what they're doing, or maybe it's a CEO who never knows what's on their schedule for the week. That's when you're going to be able to use this organization skill set to come in and make sure that things are just happening. Things are organized. Schedules are clear and they know what's on the plan for the week, and so they're not missing things. They're not dropping the ball on their client. Okay, so I just want you to go ahead and spend tonight or today working through this worksheet to really get clear on, your skill set and starting to really believe in yourself as a VA before you move on to the next step. So to recap, now that you've written down your roles and what you enjoy, you're now able to define the skill sets within the role. This is going to help you utilize your unique giftings in serving your clients online. So yes, like I said before, I want you to spend some time creating a list of the skills, the services from your roles that you brainstormed above in this sheet, and kind of just spend some time really working through it. And now you're going to have a list of services you can provide. You have also created a list of potential clients. So this was actually a huge start to your business. So be sure to take the time to work through this. It is going to be crucial in the coming days. As always, let me know how I can best support you, and I will see you tomorrow.